There will be even more Dragon Ball Super past the Granola the Survivor arc because Toyotaro is heading back to the kitchen and he's cooking up the continuation to Super as we are getting the anime. Toyotaro has actually updated his bio to say everything is for the return of this series. And this is actually translated 2 times. He meant this not just for his English audience, but for his Japanese audience. He is seriously gonna continue Dragon Ball Super. But hello everyone, it's me again, Studio J here, back with some more Dragon Ball Super information, which I rarely do. But yeah, we're actually gonna be getting more Dragon Ball Super past the Granola the Survivor arc, and I'm not sure if like Shueisha or something told Toyotaro you can continue, or if on his own he's deciding I will just continue the series, because obviously it seems like Dragon Ball is going full steam ahead. New game release, new anime release, 2 new anime releases actually, because we're getting Dragon Ball Super Beerus and we're getting the Moro arc. But then we still have the potential for new movies as well as the Dragon Ball Daima continuation, because I'm not sure if you guys remember, when Daima finished, they did say that this was just a part of the story, meaning at some point later in the future, they actually will go back to Daima, so I can't wait to see if we'll eventually get Daima SJ4 Vegeta, SJ4 Gogeta, a canon Dragon Fist in any sense, or even an updated form of Dragon Fist. Please, I need this. So yeah, I actually can't wait to see what else is going to be happening, because Super is going full steam ahead. And I want to remind you guys, Dragon Ball Battle Hour is happening too. Dragon Ball Battle Hour actually also is bringing new manga information. They did recently actually say this, that not only will there be new game information and anime information, but manga information on Battle Hour. So this isn't just going to be, by the way, you can pick up the Dragon Ball Super manga and read it. This is going to be, hey, the Dragon Ball Super manga is going to continue, and we'll talk more about it during Battle Hour. So we have so much to look forward to, because 2026, Dragon Ball Super Beerus anime, 2027, Galactic Patrol arc, which is, you know, the Moro arc, and in 2028, maybe, is when we'll probably get the Granola arc, and in 2029 will be wherever the manga animates by the time we get there. Yeah, oh, they might be just kicking up Dragon Ball deliciousness for us all the way till 2030 at this rate, because they have actually planned things. I want to remind you guys, they have not planned anything out like this in ages, right? Anime releases, game releases, manga updates, like merchandising, all of this. We haven't had this since DBS happened, which is just insane. I think we actually are entering the true Dragon Ball Super 2 timeline. It's not just going to be a short anime like Daima was, where it was only like 20 episodes, right? They're actually going all the way back into this, because we're even having the manga continue. So that's absolutely insane, man. Like, in a month from now, we're gonna get Dragon Ball Battle Hour, and Dragon Ball Battle Hour is always so extremely loaded, man. They're gonna have all the app stuff. They're gonna have all the new merchandising, the new trailers. Bro, we still haven't seen the SJ4 Daima Goku trailer for Dragon Ball FighterZ yet, so they're gonna definitely show that too. And Toyotaro, all of his tweets recently have, of course, always been manga focused. It's always him saying, hey, by the way, I drew this, because, you know, he's the main artist for Dragon Ball. So that's actually really, really cool. Toyotaro is definitely, he's definitely feeling in the mood to kick it up. You know what? Toyotaro has been a Dragon Ball fan even before, like, because, like, you guys might, like, it's not even really niche lore anymore, but he's the guy who made Dragon Ball AF, the stuff that has infamously Super Saiyan 5 and like Zikor and all of those big meme stuff, right? He's the one who made all of that, so he's been a Dragon Ball fan for ages. He's probably feeling the blood pump through his system, seeing all of this new Dragon Ball stuff come back. So this most likely could just be him going, hey, I just want to make more stuff for Dragon Ball, since, you know, we're going to be getting more anime and stuff like that. I want to make more material, so that way Toei or whoever wants to adapt any of this stuff, right, they can just do it freely. And I think that's really, really cool. To be more specific about Battle Hour's dates, I do believe Battle Hour actually does happen on the 18th, 19th of April. So technically it's actually less than a month away for Dragon Ball Battle Hour. Dragon Ball Battle Hour is like, it's always such a good event. It literally never disappoints, right? Like, you guys remember some other things might disappoint you, sure, but Dragon Ball Battle Hour never disappoints. If anything, it's the main Dragon Ball stage now. I'm actually surprised that Sparking Zero wasn't teased at Battle Hour. I'm pretty sure it was teased at like Summer Games Fest or something, or like some game show, right? But yeah, Dragon Ball Battle Hour is actually like the main Dragon Ball like panel now. It's kind of like Dragon Ball's version of like I don't know, PlayStation Play or the Nintendo like Direct things. It's like Dragon Ball's version of that, where all of the big main reveals are going to happen there. So very, very, very likely we'll find out what the next arc of the DBS manga is. And I'll remind you, the next arc of the DBS manga is going to be after Superhero, so it's not going to be like, oh, here's the best way to describe it. Unless the anime changes the pacing of it, which they might do, because again, the anime always changes a lot from the manga, because the anime is different from the manga's material, right? For example, no perfect Super Saiyan Blue in the anime, etc., right? Well, because Superhero takes place after, like, everything that the DBS manga has, like, added, right? It takes place after the Moro arc, takes place after the Granola arc. Superhero is the literal actual end of Dragon Ball, so Toyotaro is obviously going to be making the next story arc, most likely Black Frieza. And I want to remind you guys that as hype as that is, that obviously we'll be seeing Black Frieza's moveset and all of these cool other additions come to, like, the video games. For example, Xenoverse Freeze DLC, Sparking Zero's DLC, fighters that feel like adding more DLC to that. This stuff will be in the far future. Like when Toyotaro gets around to animating this, it most likely will be the same time the anime is airing, or like when he gets around to drawing and writing this. And then don't forget, the Dragon Ball Super manga is also monthly, so it could take a very long time for him to finish the next arc, which is again most likely the Black Frieza arc. That's what the manga kind of ended off on. It ended off with Goku and Vegeta going, oh, we need to beat Frieza, before then it transitions back to a superhero to be the actual ending of DBS. But yeah, we still got time for the Black Frieza arc. I do believe the Black Frieza arc is like literally when the end of Z should be happening, like if we're following the timeline. So who knows, maybe Toyotaro will follow the original vision and keep it in the span of the end of Z, or maybe he'll go, nah, let's just go, you know, beyond the end of Z to try and make more stuff. Because honestly, I think them trying to restrict everything to end of Z is hurting them a little bit, but there's nothing wrong with respecting like Toriyama's original vision, right? It's just that it does hurt the writing and the pacing and how they would like make all these stories a bit, because Toriyama was fine with putting like 7-year gaps when he was making Dragon Ball originally, right? This is making me realize actually that Oob is on his way to being the secret like unlock character in video games again. You guys might remember in the Budokai games and like the Tenkaichi games, Oob was like the secret unlock character because he's the end of Z, and it's gonna happen again when we get to the end of Z a second time. That's actually hilarious, dude. We're gonna be watching Ultra Instinct Goku fight Oob in the World Martial Arts Tournament, and he's gonna have like a new moveset. That's just so insane to me that Dragon Ball's gone on for so long. We're actually gonna have like Oob be the secret unlock character a second time in all these games. That's actually really, really cool. But yeah, Toyotaro is gonna, obviously all of his stuff is gonna be animated, or not animated, but like adapted into video games, right? And I want to point this out too, that this isn't like Naruto Ninja Storm games where they just animate like the manga content. Toei has always like waited. They've always been like, hey, only do the stuff in like the video games. A good example is we didn't get the Moro and the Granola arc in the games earlier, despite the fact that they've always been manga content, mostly because again, copyright and all that stuff. But Dragon Ball usually doesn't just skip and add the manga stuff. They usually see, let's see how the anime does it. Let's see how the anime animates these super attacks, how they do these combos, how they do these moves, so we can get inspiration. And obviously it sells more after the anime hype has happened, rather than like, yeah, it just makes sense, like from a business decision, to be like, let's see the people go, oh, the anime episode was really hype, I want those moves in a video game, right? It's most likely going to take a very long time for all of this stuff to be added as like later DLC content for the games, but still, regardless, it's nice that Toyotaro is like locking in fully, because again, all of this is for the return of this series. He sounds like he's really passionate about this, which is obviously, you know, the right space of mind to have when doing any kind of work in general, let alone the biggest anime ever of all time, Dragon Ball. So right space of mind, he's obviously locking in fully for this. Very curious how the next arc will play. Maybe it won't be Black Frieza, maybe it'll be something else and then Black Frieza. Maybe Frieza will wrap around to being the final boss of DBS again. But who knows? We'll have to wait and see what the arc is, which I'm actually a little bit impatient, I won't lie, because it's been years since the Granola arc has ended. So even I'm like super hyped for the manga, and I wasn't even like that big of a manga fan when it was airing, but even me, I'm itching to see what Toyotaro does next. This is the end of Dragon Ball, right? We're getting very close to the end of Z, the end of Dragon Ball, and they're going in crazy, kind of like when DBS was first airing back in like 2015. We had the movies beforehand. We had 2 movies beforehand, just like DBS Broly and just like Superhero. We had 2 movies beforehand, then a new anime comes out, and with that new anime comes new games, new manga, etc. It's just like 2015 all over again, man. This is like actually nuts. But honestly, yeah, Toyotaro the GOAT, and I think that's a great place to end the video. I do hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, then obviously again, man, look how crispy this is, man. All of his recent tweets have really just been about the DBS manga, and man, it's so funny. This image is just god tier, like it's just a great image. By the way, we're gonna get controlled Broly in the video games and all that stuff. That's so absurdly cool. But yeah, no, this is a great place in the video. Toyotaro, can't wait to see what he makes next. Probably the Black Frieza arc, most likely. But I think that's a solid place to end the video. The manga hiatus is finally over, and with that is the end of the video too. So I think that's a great place to end it. I do love you all. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe to greatly support the channel. And leave a comment down below as to what you'd like to see next. I love you all. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Take care and peace. Bye-bye.